Kiss imagination poems. Wow. Beautiful. Yesterday I flew on a white cloud. I know I made my parents very proud. From there I skipped to a shiny star in the universe very high and very far. I lashed onto a dark thunder cloud, lightning flashing, thunder so loud. I followed the lightning across the sky, my display of fireworks far and nigh. I landed on the highest mountain top, looked down at creeks flowing non-stop, saw a majestic condor flying high above as swiftly and agile as a morning dove. I explored the deepest ocean floor, rode gigantic waves onto the shore. I walked to all creatures, big and small, those that swim and those that crawl. In my imagination, I can do all things. I can fly everywhere without wings. Nothing is impossible in my imagination in a life of bounds. My abiding consolation. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yesterday, while out for a long jog, I saw a goose that looked like a dog. And then I looked and I said, oh no. I saw a dog that looked like a crow. Jogging back, I took a different road. I saw a cat that looked like a toad. Could it be my eyes were full of muck? I saw a goat that looked like a duck. Was I dreaming while fully awake? What else could it be, for goodness sake? A bad dream? I dreamed I was fast asleep, having a well-deserved rest. I could hear no sound, nor peep, not even from the bird's nest. Then a storm began to blow. Walls and roof were torn away. I tried my best to lie low. It was my very first day. The wind took me way up high and dropped me in a dark cloud. I looked at the endless sky and began to sigh aloud. Suddenly the cloud was gone and I began to fall down. Way below I could see lawn and also some of my town. I fell down with lightning speed and landed in tall green grass. More likely it was tall weed because it all looked so cross. The jolt must have woke me up, or could have been the alarm. What a night for a wee pup. Glad the dream did me no harm. Who needs a pup? I lived for 1,000,000 years without a pup in the house. There was only me, the cat, maybe the occasional mouse. Then one day it all happened. They went and brought home a pup. Through the worst day of my life, I tried hard not to act up. But from the very first day, the tuppy took center stage, sleeping in the best linen and never acting her age. Looking down from the table, she could make faces at me. Then I'll hide in a corner to have a nap and be free. But since I don't want to leave and the pup is here to stay, we may as well get along and learn to share and to play. Shadows. Me and my dog Shadows ran across the meadows. We stepped in every puddle and left it quite a big muddle. Then we made a mud pie, a real beauty, no lie. A squirrel stopped to see, then scampered up a tree. We rolled down a hill covered with a daffodil. My clothes were in a mess, not nice, I must confess. Time for us to go home. What will I tell my mum? Did we both trip and fall, or should I tell her all? Name calling. Muskrat said to the beaver, goodness, are you ever fat? If ever you tried to run, I'm sure you would fall flat. Beaver replied in a huff, you have a long skinny tail. Besides looking like a rat, you do look skinny and frail. Raccoon said to the marmot, your tail looks like a dust mop. Use it to sweep the sidewalks, or you could sweep out the shop. Marmot said to the raccoon, the thing that stands out most is your silly looking face because it looks like a ghost. Mother Goose stopped by and said, all your name calling must end. That is no way to behave and no way to treat a friend. Gifts for new neighbors. Look, our new neighbors are here. 5 goslings cute as can be. Now please all lend me your ear. We need to give gifts with glee. Robin gave a teddy bear and said, look, how very neat. Truly a gift quite rare, and he's cute from head to feet. Wee Piglet was seeking gift. He's very cuddly indeed. He may not be all that swift, but how important is speed. Then came a gift from the duck. He could tell he was very proud. The gift was a big fire truck with sirens that were quite loud. Heron said they need a car by giving on a fun trip. For going on a fun trip, being able to drive far and going at a first clip. Quell said even faster yet, they need to go on a plane or better still on a jet which goes faster than a train. Visiting day. Aha! I have to visit my friends, thought little puppy the dog. I will see how they all are and I'll be doing my jog. How are things, Mother Goose? Mother Goose said, not too bad. My chicks are all well behaved and have not once made me mad. How are you, my friend Heroine? Blue Heroine said, I'm fine. I'm trying to build a nest, so I am looking very twine. What are you doing, Beaver? Beaver said, fixing my den. I know I fixed it before, but I don't remember when. How are you, Duckling, doing? Duck said, teaching them to swim. They love splashing in water at the same time keeping trim. How are you today, Kitty? Just fine, said Kitty to eat. Last night, I climbed up a tree and I made with a bat. Life's a special treat. Gosling and Duckling had a chat. They talked much about this and that. Duckling said, I saw a weird face like a strange thing from outer space. A face with ears that were giant and eyes that looked so defined. To top it off, a big black nose. When I saw it, almost froze. I almost froze. Gosling said the face that I saw had fierce eyes and a pointed jaw. It had straggly hair on its head. I took one last look and I fled. Duckling said, yesterday I saw a face that made me stare and ape. It had one eye and curved beak. One look and I began to shriek. Gosling said I was something black that looked like it might attack. I must say it looked quite burly with a tail that was all curling. Both said life is full of strange things, both on land and also on wings. But one face they saw was so sweet that they called it life's a special treat. Aha! Nice! My Gosling. Mother Gosling had 5 Goslings, not losing them as was a joke. One day she counted again and then there were only 4. Mother Goose got all upset. What in the world can we do? What if we never find her? Please tell me it isn't true. She asked Blue Heron for help. Blue Heron said, I'll look. I can fly all around here and check the lake and the brook. One Gosling said, what if she is floating down a swift creek? She is calling out for help, but no one can hear the shriek. Soon the Blue Heron was back. I found her. He shouted out. She is over by the creek, maybe trying to catch trout. All Goslings and Mother Goose were very happy again. They learned losing a Gosling does create a lot of pain. Halloween. Today's Halloween, shouted Billy. Yes, indeed, said Corky the duck. Today we'll get trees with any luck. Joining in were 8 little turtles and a log. He saw it too, the turtles all say. The raccoon with a mask on his head. The mask he had on was black and white. He looked a bit like a mask of a ghost. It is surprising he didn't stop to boast. That was surely mean. Halloween is today. The Blue Heroine joined in from a tree. The day we get treats of candy for free. Hold on, said wise owl from a branch above. Raccoon is not wearing a mask of a ghost. That is his own face and one he loves most. Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat went on a walk to find someone who could talk. The cow said, how do you do? But all I can say is moo. The dog said, I don't know how. And all I can say is bobo. The birdie said, I'm so sweet, but all I can say is straight. The piglet behind the tree said, I got to go wee-wee. My house is best. The beaver said that my house is big. I used many a branch and twig. I used wood from a nearby tree, and assembling it all was key. The crew said my house is great. We built it all, me and my maid. We used feathers to make it soft, and we tricked our house plan off. The cat said my pet is best, even much better than a nest. I have a basket in the house to keep a lookout for a mouse. The dog said I have you all beat. My place is the best on this street, with a roof and a blue and a white trim. I must say it looks very prim. My cat woke me up. My cat woke me up last night to tell me about his plight. Seems that he fell off a tree and landed in foul debris. He asked to sleep on my bed, which made me shake my head. He was muddy as he can be and did not smell right to me. I started to fill the tub and fished a brush for a rub. Here, kitty, kitty, I said, let's clean you up before bed. As I got back to the room, he streaked by me in a zoom across the living room floor and swiftly out the back door. Dear champion, eh? Huh? The blue heroine. She was home from school all day. She was not feeling that well. All she did was sleep and play and learn how to read and spell. Then out her window she saw a blue heron on the hedge. She looked at the bird and ape as it posed there on the edge. Please take me with you, she said. Let's go far and very high. Please take me from this my sick bed. I would love to soar and fly. Take me aboard this and see, show me cities from above. I want to feel strong and free, doing what I prize and love. I heard of heaven on high. Think you could take me there? We could explore the blue sky and all that is grand and rare. I feel so much better now. How good of you to stop by. I can only say why and or how, but I do feel much more spry. For Night Owl. Mr. Night Owl was grumpy this day because nothing was going his way. He had worked hard and was really bent, searching all night for a bite to eat. Now it was high time to go to sleep, time to rest and start counting sheep. But the blackbirds were singing a song, and who can sleep with that going on? He yelled at them all to cut it out and scared them away with a shout, now back to a well-deserved rest in his warm and comfortable nest. But just as he began to snore, there was a loud knock on the door. Oh my goodness, who could that be? Hope no neighbor coming for tea. He looked at them for all to see. Was Woody pecking at his tree? Mr. Owl said, Woody, please stop. I'm so tired I could drop. Woody said, you can't sleep by day, because that is when the children play, and even your friends in the trees will carry on as they will please. First love and much too younger love, wanting to leap and soar, but held back by the constraints of long held stumps and flow. A tender love always burning like summer's scorching sun, at times unbearably painful, trapped with nowhere to run. Fate made us part too soon as night fell and the tears came. For us the world had ended, but it could not house our flame. Then I said, I don't know. What's that? I'm
very serious.
Tell me.
Did you see the door?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not healthy for me. I don't want to continue with you anymore.
My angel. Since beginning our journey together on that special day, guardian angels have been with us every step of the way.
To fair resolution something occur. I'm 100% with you.
The ray of sunshine between dark clouds, my solace in despair. You are the angel sent from heaven, here my life to share. As we traveled through life's tangled maze, you were beside me. That you would share my life forever was my only plea. Now, having reached the end of our life, let me hold your hand and say farewell till we meet again in the promised land. Do you remember? Hmm. Wow, beautiful. Wahiguru, 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 Wahiguru. Why is it that some people challenge us and motivate us to rise to our best abilities while others seem to drain our energy and spirit? What is that particular quality certain people have that causes those around them to engage fully and feel connected?
So this tells you how smart you are and how smart I am.
You're a leader, you do not need to be in a boardroom, on a battlefield, or on a ballot to have profound impact on everyone around you. In this life-changing book demonstrates how each of us has opportunities to take the lead every day and share several core principles that will enable us to be more productive, engaged, and successful. From the Oval Office to the playground, cabinet meetings to kitchen tables in public life, private, Betsy Mayor has been frustrated with the emergence of the new leadership model, which having all the answers up front is less important than asking the right questions, where strength is derived less from the power you wield than from how you make the people around you feel. Helps all of us learn to set the right priorities for ourselves, to connect to the deeper level with the people around us, to uncover problems early when they are still easy to fix, to collaborate with these whose point of view are different from ours, or to push through our fears and all our most authentic lives demonstrates simply taking people feel good. This kind of leadership can have a profound effect on the results achieved. This is how initiatives are launched, profits are made, and the work gets done. First illustrates the point that leaders are made, not born. Personifies the actions of the people. Thus, the best leaders are also the deepest listeners. Betsy practices the central message of this book. She leads through the power of feelings. All leaders must have a well-developed capacity for critical thinking, good judgment, sound decision-making are crucial, especially built around emotional intelligence. That's the leader's self-awareness and self-control, together with an acute awareness of others and accomplishing social skills, matters more than conventional wisdom has held. Daniel Goldman, whose work on emotional intelligence is highly read, has found that brains can often lift people into the C-suite, but what then distinguishes them as good or bad executives depends heavily upon their ability to engage in relational leadership. I have learned